Shanti. Today, I recall my first interaction with Dadi Jankiji, who has been such a motherly figure, a source of inspiration, full of courage, enthusiasm, and inspirations. Dadi, I saw her for the first time when she visited our Lokik house in Kanpur. I think I was hardly 11 or 12 years old, and she said to my father, for me, that she will be a serviceable hand of Baba in future. Those two words, serviceable hand, they got registered in my mind. I did not know at that time what is serviceable, and I did not know what is hand, what is meant by hand. But later, slowly and slowly, I found she had special eyes on me, and whenever she found me, she would make me sit with her and she would ask me questions. What's the aim of my life? What do I wish to do? Etc. etc. Those days, every summer vacation, we used to visit Mount Abu, and Dadi used to be there several times. Another episode was when I finished my studies and took training, teachers' training in Mount Abu in the year 1969 when Baba became Avyakt. We had very good classes. There also, she would give special attention to me. But I had no intention of surrendering myself. I wanted to be an independent person, financially independent, and also cooperative in Baba's service. But Dadi's company, Dadi's words, they inspired me. And I started thinking about it. I did not surrender, but thought process started. And when I was leaving Madhuban to go back home, Dadi called me and said, you have to give your experience, you have to narrate your experience to the class, history hall. And she also said to me what I have to say, little hint. And one of the points that she made was, and she said specifically, you should share this point, that was neither to get influenced by anyone or impressed by anyone, nor you try to influence or impress anyone. Now, as a young person, young people, they like to have followership, they like to impress people, and they like if people are impressed by them. But when she said this point, it made me to think, and it became one of the principles of my life. Never be influenced by anyone, nor try to influence anyone. Neither be impressed by anyone, nor try to impress anyone. Why? Because Dadi's underlying principle was that you have to connect every soul to Baba. If you impress persons, they will remain only up to you and they will never get connected with Baba. Baba is Baba, you are you. You cannot give them powers, you cannot give them Shakti. This power, Shakti, inheritance, they can have only from Baba. So, we have to keep ourselves away and draw the attention of everyone towards Baba. And you know how much Dadi loved Baba. She would say sometimes, I want to have Baba on my shoulders and take him around the world and show everyone, look, this is your father. Second thing, administration wise, I learned from her. I was in London and visiting London, and Dadiji gave again special attention to me, because when Didi Manmohini left, with whom I used to share, I had become very close. So Dadi Jankiji disclosed to me at that time that Didi told her once that Dadi Jankiji should take care of me, and Didi had left. So Dadi Jankiji, I was not very free with her, but slowly and slowly I started sharing my heart with her. And it so happened at one point in my spiritual journey, I was quite disturbed by some incident. And it had really made me very sad, very sorrowful. And I did not like to work with the people around me. It was concerning our communication and relationship with the people with who you work. Dadiji said to me, Asha, how many years you took to build up that relationship that had love, faith, trust, honesty, transparency, and so on. I said, I took a long time. Dadiji immediately said to me, if you take so much time to build up that strong relationship, and with one incident you want to put an end to it, does it sound sensible? One incident. I said, Dadi, but I am hurt so much. She said, no. You forgive that soul. You took so many years, and now one incident, and you are putting an end to it. It is not sensible at all. What should I do, Daddy? She said, you forgive the soul who has caused you, according to you, sorrow. Then I started thinking about it, and it became such a magic. I said, Dadi, I can forgive the soul, but I can never work with that soul again. Dadi said, even this is wrong. If you don't have faith and trust in the soul, your vibrations will reach the soul and your relationship will never get healed up. This is something that she said to me, and I found this works like magic. And I share this point in management lectures. I share this point with people in the families who develop such kind of situation. And when I share this, they start thinking such a practical spirituality lesson she gave to me. Another thing, while returning from London, someone gave me a file which I had to give to someone in Mount Abu. I honestly, after returning, took the file and gave to the person. Dadiji called me and said, Asha, where is that file? I said, Dadi, I gave to the person. Already it has been given. Then she said in a very low tone, you should have shown that to me. So true. She was the additional chief. And how did I do that mistake? I should have shown this to her. I felt very bad, very guilty. And I said, Dadi, I'm very sorry. But this thought kept lingering in my mind. I did such a big mistake. Next morning I went to her and I said, Dadi, I'm very sorry I did that mistake. Dadi said, oh, past is past. It was yesterday, finished, now new thing. And what I found, she had such a clear heart, she never mentioned it again in my lifetime. Forgot, and she forgave me. Another incident, Dadi, whenever in Delhi we used to have big programs, we used to call her up in London. Why? Once in Delhi, there was a big mela, Dadi had come, and Brother Brij Mohan in the morning was making phone calls. Those days, we used to get telephone connected through the exchange, and the early mornings used to be good for Brahmins. So he was talking a bit loudly. It was next room adjacent to the office where Dadiji was resting. She called Brother Brij Mohan and said, what are you doing? I said, Dadi, I was calling. Dadi said, I do not know who you were calling, but I was giving you the vibrations. Baba, wherever he is calling, whatever he is doing, let his work be successful. Just imagine such a deep, deep dharana of giving blessings to the work that you do, giving blessings to you so that you don't get tired. So much good wishes. I would say she was a rivulet of good wishes, who through her good wishes transformed the lives of the people. And I recall some more incidents where Dadi Ji, once I was in Nairobi with Dadi, and she was very accurate and such an efficient person. She had the power to discern and judge, and very quick, very intelligent. Dadi was there. I was with Dadi for say 7 days in Nairobi. There was Women Year which was being celebrated, and she met Pope Paul also at that time. That was a very nice meeting with the Pope, and the way she gave the introduction of Shiv Baba to Pope was also very interesting. So there I was fond of learning new things. So one day, one mother was making some toli, and I said, I would like to learn this. She said, okay, you come to my house and I will teach you. I said to Dadi, Dadi, shall I go and learn this? Yes, you can learn this, but you will never make it. I did not like it at that time, but later I found even to this day I have never made that toli. Such words became so reality. Why? Why did she say there should be some logic? And the logic was, Dadi used to say, whatever is your job and whoever is efficient in whatever work, they should do their work. Supposing a person who does not know to cook is made to cook something, will spoil. Similarly, if you are good at writing, do that work. If you are good at speaking, do that work, do that service. But try to involve yourself in such petty things which will waste your valuable time of the confluence. You should keep away yourself from it. This is what she taught me. And I also remember when I returned from my, after completing my education, I returned to Madhuban. Dadi Ji used to talk to us right from the morning till evening. She used to give us the daily routine. We were 5 Kumaris at that time, on whom she used to work. And she knew where she is investing is definitely going to give results. So I feel very fortunate, my heart is full of gratitude for Dadi, who has shown such a path to me where I have to subscribe to basic spiritual principles. Dadi used to say Nij Gyan, original Gyan. Nowadays you give knowledge about this. No. But unless you give this Nij Gyan, practical spirituality, original Gyan that Baba has given, nothing will work out. When she came to Delhi for the 21st of June program, way back, long back, She had, through her charismatic personality, won the hearts of 1 lakh Brahmins sitting at India Gate. And Dadi, with her beautiful words of wisdom, inspired, enthused, and encouraged the people of Delhi. Dadi used to say, I want to read Murli to at least 1 lakh people if you are able to collect. And we tried to do the best, and Dadi was there once. Now we will not be able to see her in a physical form. She was totally Prakriti Jeet, winner over nature. Once I was sitting in Dadi's room. She was not well, but I was sitting in silence by her bedside. And Dadi, in her sleep also, she was through her hands, as she used to do, acknowledge to the audience, she was doing it while asleep also. Her every moment, every single second was serving the world. Why I say Prakriti Jeet, winner over nature? The 5 elements, once she shared with us that last night I did not sleep. Why, Dadi? There was a pain here. Throughout the night, it was paining. It was too much. And then she said something which in Hindi makes a lot of difference. Darad tha, dukh nahi tha. There was pain, but there was no sorrow. You can easily distinguish what an empress she was. Winner, Prakriti Jeet, Vishwajeet. Such a Dadi will ever and ever remain with us. I don't believe she has left. But all these things that we have learned from her, they remain in us and we shared them with people. Dadi is immortal and is ever and ever with us, always guiding our lives. Thank you. How much thanks we can say to her. Thanks is a very small word, but the heart says we can never and never forget her. Om Shanti.